This is the reality check of being back in England, going from doing ice baths in Bali with nice warm weather and a hot tub after, to the freezing cold in the UK. Good morning from Derby in the UK. So this is my first YouTube video, more about my lifestyle and actually how I became a digital nomad from being a plasterer. First off, I do normally have bread with this, but we ran out of bread. So now I've got some dodgy looking wraps. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Joe. I started as a plasterer about 3 years ago and quit as a plasterer last December. So a year on, this full year, I've traveled to over 20 countries, grown my marketing agency to close to 10k a month. I've actually got a big meeting later at 9 PM, which if I got that, I'd be teetering on the edge of 10k a month, which was my goal at the start of the year. So yeah, I went from a plasterer in Derby all the way to traveling the world with my marketing agency. And now I lived in Bali last month. I've come home for Christmas and the plan is to go back to Bali for 3-4 months at the start of next year. And then who knows what next. But I'm gonna show you with this video, like 3 actionable steps that I took not only to grow my marketing agency, but also to become a content creator, leave the job that I didn't like and actually travel the world and grow my agency essentially. But yeah, I'll show you a day in the life. I've got a lot planned, a lot of work planned as well, where I can show you behind the scenes as well. But mainly I've got a big meeting at 9 PM, which is for around $2,750 per month. So if I can secure that in a 3-month deal, that'd be a good start to December. It's the 9th of December, but gives me 20 days to get one more deal over the line. Then I've hit my 10k a month. So first I'm gonna scran into this and then we're gonna head to the gym. Promise. So just finished the gym, currently stuck in traffic, shock. But I did leg day, which I just despised really. And my excuse in Bali, I only trained legs once, was my excuse for I was running a lot. Whereas now I'm not really running. I should do, but yeah, so I'm training legs again. But now I'm on the way to Costa to, just smash out some work. This is kind of my routine when I get home. But what I wanted to do was talk about lesson 1, which about going from whatever your situation is now. It might be plastering, it might be a 9 to 5. Your job might be all right, you might not hate it, but still you feel like there's more, you want to go into that digital nomad life. So lesson 1, and to be honest, the most fundamental thing is believing it's possible. Like, to think what I'm at now compared to what I was in the plasterer, like it's easy to look back and think, connect the dots. Whereas at the time, you're kind of just taking that one step at a time. You don't know it's going to work out. So many people talk about, I just always knew it was going to work out. And I don't really believe them. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't know it was going to work out. I hoped, and I was going to keep trying. Like for me, I was just going to keep traveling, coming back plasterer, keep traveling. And each time I'd travel, I'd make content. So maybe that gave me a higher chance because I was never going to give up. But yeah, it is so possible. And now I'm in the position that I'm in now. Like, I'm no multi-millionaire, I'm no anything. There's people so much more successful than me. But I've got freedom. I'm home for a month and then I'm decided I want to go back to Bali. I choose when I work. It's currently about 11:30 and I've not even started work yet, which is a bit bad to be honest, but it's a Monday. I go to the gym when I want. I've decided to make a YouTube video. I'm now going to Costa to do a bit of work. And it's just nice having that flexibility. But when I was a plasterer, did I know this was possible? I knew it was possible, I just didn't know it was possible for me. I always thought, oh, these people that can do this life have something different that I don't. But the main thing is, so many people say I don't know where to start, but they're thinking so far ahead. When I was a plasterer, before I'd made my first ever TikTok video, if I thought, okay, what I need to do is build an agency to 10 grand a month, I would have been like, well, no, like I literally wouldn't know anything. Like that whole journey would scare me. But you just break it down into steps and you just take every day as it comes. I made that first TikTok video, and then my next video, I wanted to make slightly better. The script slightly better, me go on camera slightly better, maybe the B-roll slightly better. And once you do this over time, like 3 years into it, I wasn't actually making much money from being a content creator. But then I realized, I was like, oh, I've just, over these 3 years, the value isn't in the TikTok necessarily. Obviously, it helped building my personal brand, but the value was in the skills I built during the process. So whatever you're doing now, even if you don't want to go into content and you want to run a business in the future, if you're working in sales or if you're managing some people or whatever you're doing, there's skills within that are so transferable, and like the harder the skill or more valuable the skill, obviously that's the more you can charge. Like my personal brand helps me massively when I'm outreaching to clients. So at the time I didn't know I was going to use it for that. So that's what I mean, just the main thing is just to start, believe it's possible, break it down into the smallest steps possible. So it's literally just making one video at a time, and then a year or two you'll be like, wow, I've got all these skills. And I think the main thing is you don't know, like the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Like, I didn't know any of this world that I'm in now was possible, but you kind of develop it by doing that initial stuff. So the takeaway is just, once you start, more opportunities, more doors will start opening to you that you didn't even know were there. So that's why it's so essential to start and not try and figure out everything at the start, figure it out along the way. But yeah, that's lesson number 1. We've got 2 more to come today. And I've also got my sales call, which is at 9 PM, which I need to prepare for as well, because if I can close them, that'll be really good. And I'm also in discussions with another business for quite a high contract as well. So that's the thing with having a business. If I close both of these, it's an extra like, what, £5,000 a month potentially, which would be crazy. But yeah, on the way to Costa, and yeah, I'm gonna smash some workout. You make me lose my mind, and you break me. So I'm back from Costa. No, I didn't get a nose job in Costa. I've got these nose strips. You've probably seen people have them, and I wanted to try them because they're quite cheap. They were like £10 for 80, and apparently they help you sleep massively. And I think I'm a bit of a mouth breather. And since I've been home, I've had like such a blocked nose and everything. And to be fair, I do notice a difference. I'm like full sleeping final boss now. I've got the eye mask, I've got earplugs, I've got the nose thing, just like zonked out for like 8 hours. But I just know how much it's going to help. But yeah, I'm bulking at the moment, done my leg day, and I got ChatGPT to give me a what to eat every day basically for a bulking diet. 3,400 calories, 200 grams of protein. Aim is to bulk for a month or 2, and then in Bali cut down. It's quite easy to cut in Bali because I can just literally have protein and veg. But yeah, lesson number 2 in terms of business and becoming a digital nomad is to actually take the action you need to take. And most of the time that is an uncomfortable action. Like my first videos were so awkward. Everyone on the building site found out I was making TikToks, and it was just cringy. And I still cringe at some of my videos now. Like, I still hate when people watch in front of me. But even like when I first went solo traveling, that was a nervous experience. I wasn't confident at all. But by taking that action, I then built that confidence. Starting my business, I hated doing sales calls. Whereas now I quite enjoy it because I learned about it. I learned about the different methods of getting on a sales call. And to be honest, it was repetition. I remember my first sales call with a client who I actually got, but I sat in the call like, hi, and then he just took over the call and I was just answering a few questions. Whereas now I take control of the call, run it how I want to run it, and then that obviously increases the chances that I actually close them. And I used to never give my price on a call. Now I always give my price, tell them, and then just sit on it. Just don't say anything else, wait for them to kind of tell you any objections they have or whether they want to go ahead. So it's constantly taking these uncomfortable actions, and then in the end they become comfortable, and then you go the level up. So I feel like when I was plasterer, before I'd solo travel and everything, I was down here, and each little uncomfortable step you take, you just keep building, and now hopping on a sales call, like, I'm not nervous at all. Going solo traveling, I'm not nervous at all. But initially I was shitting myself basically. And if you want to be a content creator, start a business, anything, it's that initial action you have to take. But that can be as easy as possible. Like, you can make that first step as easy as possible. So that first video, just post it. You don't even need to do a voiceover. You don't need to speak on camera. And then from there, the next video, maybe do a voiceover. Practice doing voiceovers for a few videos, because then all it is your voice. And to be honest, no one likes the sound of their own voice. And then from there, you can build it to chatting to camera just at home. Like, it's so easy chatting to a camera at home, because all you have to do is basically have a conversation with no one, just the lens. And then from there, you can start recording yourself in public. And it's just constantly building. Same with business. Just take those little steps. And then before you know it, you look back and you're like, wow, I've grown so much in a year, because every day you were taking these little steps. So get started, believe in yourself. And step 2 is to start taking the action. I'm going to make some lunch now. Smash a bit more work. I've sent out another proposal for a business where I price myself at around £2,500 per month. So hopefully I'll have a call with them this week. And yeah, smash a bit more work. I need to do video ideas for 2 of my clients, and then send them to my editor, who will then start editing them, and then I'll check them later in the week. That's kind of how my system works. So if you didn't know, my marketing agency kind of focuses on organic content, from the content creation stage to the scripting, to the strategy, to the editing, the whole process, to the scheduling as well. We mainly focus on organic. We do a little bit of paid ads, which I'm going to grow into in the future. But yeah, smash a bit at lunch and then back to work. So I'm just heading onto the meeting now. It's 9 o'clock. I've been a bit rushed, to be honest. I've done a little bit of prep, but it's kind of, I don't really know what to expect. I've given my price, I've given what I offer. So I think it's more discussing. I don't know how keen they are. I think they are keen, but I think I'm too expensive at the moment. So trying to show what value I provide, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. But yeah, we should be all right. It should be all right. And then I'll go through lesson 3 with you, and then it should be wrap for the day. But that hopefully the wrap is with a new client. So I've just finished the call. It went on for about an hour. I've got them as a client on a 1-month trial, a bit of lower price than I wanted. So $1,500 a month. Well, I quoted $2,750, but it's like a new business, and there's a bit of like misunderstanding what they needed. They don't need any video editing. They don't need any graphic design. They don't really need anything on my side apart from my strategy and like some ideas. So that's why it's quoted a lot less, because there's nothing on my side I need to create. It's literally just using my knowledge of the industry. And it's like a 1 month deal of 1,500, and if it goes well, they have to pay me a minimum of 2,000 going, at least 2,000 going forward. But yeah, in terms of my final lesson for today, it would be networking. Networking has been like one of the main things that has allowed me to go from plasterer to digital nomad. When I was a plasterer, I didn't know anyone that had done what I wanted to do. And that made me feel lost, and it also made my actions feel weird. When I was making videos, it felt weird because no one else I knew was doing it. Whereas now, at the time I joined the Creator Club, which has helped me so much. It was weekly calls, which kind of reinforced my actions. I was creating videos and people were like, oh, they're good, or yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So it felt like I had a community. And also I reached out to other travel influencers at the time, like similar size to me, and we've kind of grown together over the past few years. And just really getting out that. I think networking, that's why I live in Bali now, because everyone around is doing similar stuff. They'll have their business. It might not be in the same industry, but you can learn about how they're outreaching or how they're creating their content, or you just learn so much. And because you learn from their mistakes, you learn from little insights they've had. Whereas if you're just doing it all by yourself, it is tough. And the main thing to increase how much you earn, it's only by your skill level and what you know. That is, you don't want to be trading your hours. You want to be trading your knowledge. And that is how you really scale up your business, essentially. So if you're at a starting point where you've not even really started, you can still ask people. Like everyone that messages me about travel content or building a business, I'll reply to. So you can do this with other people in the industry. Most people are happy to help, or at least answer a few questions. So doing that, or other people who are at the same stage as you trying to achieve that goal, I think it's the best thing you can do, because one, you learn so much quicker, and two, it makes the actions feel normal and easier. And even stuff like run clubs, it's just positive vibes, people trying to change their life, or at least doing something positive for themselves. So I think that is a key point, which, yeah, you can bring into your life to then achieve that goal, what if it's a business or digital nomad, whatever it is. But yeah, that has been a day in the life of whatever I am, a digital nomad, agency owner, ex-plasterer. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock now. I'm going to head to bed because I'm tired. I'm so tired. I hate having sales calls late at night because I feel like I'm not on it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've actually got I don't know if I mentioned this too late in the video, because will anyone be watching this? Let me know if you are. But each week, every video I post, I'm going to be giving away one free call, 45-minute to an hour call with me, where you can kind of talk about your situation and how I can help. Whether you want to build your agency, create content, whatever it is, you can just ask me questions for an hour. I can provide advice completely free, and I'll be doing this every week. All you need to do is like, subscribe, and comment below. You can comment anything, but also just mention, oh, I want a call. I don't want to give a call to someone that doesn't want it. Just have to, I'll bore you for an hour. But no, if you want that, I can give as much advice on anything that I'm knowledgeable about. And hopefully that helps you in the future. And obviously after the call, we keep following up with each other. You can keep asking me questions, and hopefully I can help you, achieve the life you want. But that's just a thank you for watching my videos, and to kind of give back to people. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, where hopefully I keep progressing my business and it's not as rainy as it was today. See you later.